Hello and welcome. Hi guys, and welcome to IGCSE Success. So in light of the IGCSE exams being cancelled that were scheduled to take place in May and June, I took to Twitter, and there are a number of questions which constantly are being asked on a daily basis. So I thought I'd do this video. So without further ado, here are a series of the most asked questions on Twitter. Okay, question number 1. Do you still need to study? What we know so far is that the exams that were due to happen in May and June have been cancelled. As a result, you will not have to study for those exams because they are not going ahead. However, your school may ask you to sit exams in lieu of the IGCSE exams upon your return to school, whenever that may be. So of course the most important thing is to follow whatever guidance you have been given from the school that you attend. So question number 2, how are you going to be graded? We haven't really been given the specifics to how we are going to grade our students just yet, although that information is due very soon. But I'm going to take a guess and say that it's going to be a mixture of a few things. Teacher judgement, largely, prior attainment, so that will be a mixture of formative assessment, summative assessment, all of the mock examinations you have completed throughout the course, everything you have done, any little project, any little exercises where you've been given feedback, a grade. Teachers will essentially be looking at your whole portfolio of work. Another question I've received is, if it's largely based on teacher judgment, won't every student pass? Not exactly. That's not quite how grading works. Essentially, and this is from what I understand anyway, grades are allocated on, I think, what they call a bell curve of sorts, which means that there's a kind of standard in terms of distribution each year. The same kind of number, I guess, get C grades and then the B grades and the A stars, and that doesn't change drastically with each year that students take their exams. Essentially, when students take their IGCSE exams, they are ranked in order, and that's how grade boundaries are decided, and then this bell curve things happen. So there's not going to be a spike of students getting A stars, or certainly there's not going to be 100% of students, unfortunately, passing their English, maths or science. There still needs to be this kind of equal distribution between the grades. And the last question is coursework. That thing that I spent so long doing with the students. So I'm an English teacher. I teach English language and literature. For English language, 50% of the overall grade is coursework. For literature, 25%. All we know so far is that schools have been asked to retain the coursework. I have no idea if the coursework is going to inform their decision or our decision or the overall grade. I really hope it does, because as I've said, it takes a very long time to do coursework. Lastly, Cambridge are doing their best to keep everyone updated. That's students, parents, teachers, etc. These are really testing times, so please be patient. I would recommend following Cambridge International on Twitter, and I'm sure they will update their feed within the next day or so. As always, if you have any questions, please do leave them below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as possible.